look into the night sky, we see distant points of light, suns beyond counting, and worlds hidden in darkness. From Urantia, the universe can appear silent, vast, beautiful, and empty. But according to the Urantia Book, we are not living in an empty creation. Across the systems and constellations of space are evolutionary planets where intelligent life has emerged, worlds inhabited by beings who think, choose, build, struggle, worship, and search for God. Their bodies may be unlike ours. Their civilizations may be far older. Their skies may shine beneath several suns. But they begin with the same great purpose: to grow from the mortal creatures of an evolutionary world into ascending children of the universe. Urantia is only one inhabited planet within this immense family of worlds.
The inhabited planets are organized into local systems, each limited to approximately 1,000 evolutionary worlds inhabited by mortals of survival capacity. Our local system is Satania. It is unfinished, but the book describes it as containing 619 inhabited worlds. Urantia is number 606, the 606th world in Satania, where evolution produced human beings capable of moral choice. The oldest inhabited world in Satania is Nova, one of 44 satellites revolving around an enormous dark planet while receiving the differing light of 3 neighboring suns. Nova has already reached an advanced stage of civilization. Other planets in Satania are only approaching the time when life may be introduced. The universe is not presented as a finished creation. It is still unfolding, world after world.
Life does not suddenly appear in completed human form. The life carriers initiate living patterns suited to the physical conditions of each sphere. Life usually begins simply, often in the waters of atmospheric worlds, and advances through long ages of evolution. Plant life develops. Animal life diversifies. Eventually, there appear creatures capable of human will, beings who can recognize moral values, make genuine choices, and respond to spiritual influence. Although the worlds of one local system share a basic biological kinship, no two possess exactly the same plant and animal life. The life carriers modify the standard patterns to fit each environment. Urantia is described as an experimental, or decimal world, where greater freedom was allowed in modifying the usual life designs. The book groups mortal creatures into 7 broad physical types, with thousands of smaller variations.
The first are atmospheric types. Urantians are mid-breathers, the average breathing order. Other races are sub-breathers, adapted to thin atmospheres, or super-breathers, adapted to denser ones. A smaller and more unusual order consists of non-breathers, who live on worlds with little or no atmosphere. The second are elemental types, classified by their relationship to water, air, and land. Some intelligent races begin their civilization in shallow seas. Others develop in treetops and aerial environments, and may retain atmospheric navigation for long periods. Most, like Urantians, are land dwellers. But these creatures are not human fish or glorified birds. They are distinct mortal types, adapted to their native worlds.
The third are gravity types. On large, high-gravity worlds, intelligent beings may stand only about 2.5 feet tall. On small, low-gravity planets, they may reach approximately 10 feet. Across Nebadon, the average mortal height is said to be slightly below 7 feet. The fourth are temperature types, adapted to different ranges of heat and cold. Urantians belong to the middle group. The fifth are electric types, adapted to differing electrical, magnetic, electronic, and solar conditions. Urantians are classified as type 4.
The sixth are energizing types. Not every mortal race obtains and exchanges energy as we do. On some worlds, the life carriers establish beings able to conduct life processes through light energy and direct transformations of planetary power. The seventh category includes many unnamed anatomical, physiological, and electrochemical variations. Of all these peoples, the non-breathers may seem the most unfamiliar. Satania contains only 9 non-breather worlds. Without a protective atmosphere,
Their planets are exposed to continual meteor danger. Advanced civilizations construct electrical defenses capable of consuming or diverting meteors, and during enormous energy storms, the inhabitants shelter inside insulated structures.
They do not eat food or drink water as Urantians do. Their nervous systems, metabolism, temperature control, nutrition, and reproduction differ from ours. Almost every physical act of life is unfamiliar. Yet in mind and character, they are not fundamentally different. They form societies, face difficulty, pursue achievement, and experience companionship, disappointment, and joy. Their bodies belong to another environment, but they remain members of the same mortal family. Despite this diversity, the book says all evolutionary mortals of will dignity are erect, bipedal creatures. Family life is broadly similar, and single births are usual. Agriculture is universal on atmospheric worlds. Mortal lifespans range from around 25 years on primitive planets to nearly 500 years on older and more advanced spheres.
There are also one-brained, two-brained, and three-brained mortal orders. Urantians belong to the two-brained type. These differences influence physical coordination and certain intellectual or spiritual tendencies, but they do not determine eternal value. All three orders stand on equal footing in the ascension career. Every inhabited world begins in primitiveness, but normal planets advance through a recognizable series of epochs. The first is the age before the planetary prince, when early humans form families, tribes, languages, tools, customs, and primitive religions. When society has developed sufficiently, a planetary prince and his staff arrive to focus civilization. They promote agriculture, industry, sanitation, education, government, family life, and a more intelligent understanding of religion.